In this video, we're going to be looking at correct score trading strategies on Betfair using AI. Can artificial intelligence really help us to trade the correct score market and be profitable, or is this just a gimmick? We're going to trade some matches using AI, and we're going to show you every single trade so you can decide for yourself. Go grab a nice cold one or a Lucasade and let's get into it. So we're going to dive straight in and talk about what the key to correct score trading on Betfair is, the key to profitable correct score trading. And it is having the optimal target score formula for the match that you're going to be trading. Now, the target score formula, in case you're new to this, it's a group of multiple correct scores that you're going to back as your opening trade into the market. When we're trading the correct score market, you're not just going to pick one score, cross your fingers and hope for the best. We're going to be picking a group of scores. And for example, we might cover these scores here: 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 2-1, and 3-1. And keep in mind, this is not us trying to predict the final score. It's us trying to find tradable scores during the match. So when you are trying to pick out your target scores, there's a lot of stuff to consider. You've got to look at the recent final scores of the home team. You've got to look at the recent final scores of the away team. You also need to look at the average goal timings of the home team, the average goal timings of the away team also. As said, we're trying to find tradable scores, not necessarily the final score. And for example, if we just look at this graphic here, when we're trading, we're actually trying to consider the path of the scoring during the match. So, for example, as we know, at kickoff, the match is 0-0, but then it goes to 1-0, it goes to 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, and 3-2. Now, if our target score was, say, 2-0, 2-1, and 3-1, then obviously, look, it goes to 1-0. That's not one of the scores that we cover, but it goes to 2-0. We can trade off the 2-0. Then it goes on to the 2-1. We can trade off the 2-1. 3-1, potentially, we take our profits. The match finishes 3-2. That was not one of our target scores, but hey, as a trader, we've already locked in the profits. So anyway, look, when we are trying to build our target score formula, this is what we're trying to consider: the path of the scoring, the timing of the goals also. So anyway, look, as you can see, trying to work out a target score formula for every single match, it can be a little bit complex. It can be quite time consuming at the same time. There are some target score formulas which are pretty good and they can cover quite a lot of matches. However, ideally, if you're really going to go to the next level with your correct score trading, you need to have a unique target score formula for every match that you trade. But as said, this is the problem. It's complex, it's time consuming. It could probably take you 20 to 30 minutes to research this by yourself, which is why we obviously, in the world we live in today, we've got the solution, and that's just to get AI to do it. Done, okay? So what might easily take you 20 to 30 minutes per match to research the most optimal target score formula, crunch all the numbers, crunch all the data, be confident. AI can now do that in 20 to 30 seconds. And that's what we're going to be showing you in the video today. We're going to be diving into some real life examples of this so you can understand exactly what's going on. And we're going to be using this, the Football Trading Genie, which is an AI football trading assistant designed to analyze and crunch every market for you, including the correct score market. And this AI is fully trained on football trading, and it has every football trading strategy known to mankind in its knowledge base. So within seconds, it can look at a match for you and suggest the most optimal strategy for you to use. Anyway, we're going to dive right in to some real life trading demonstrations where we're going to trade the correct score market, and we're going to use AI to help us trade it. So let's get into that right now. But before we do, it would be great if you could click the like button to support the channel. If you do like content like this, it's very, very recommended for you to click the like button. YouTube will give you more videos just like this in the future. So click the like button to support the channel. If you really, really do like our content, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell also. Anyway, let's dive into it. We're going to get into some real life trading demonstrations, correct score trading using AI. So I'm going to quickly show you just how easy it is to use the AI. This is nothing complex at all, okay? You don't need to be a tech genius to do this. So you would just log in, Football Trading Genie. You got your strategies. We're not going to worry about that today. You would just select a match. You can select it via country and via league like you would on a typical bookmaker. You could go by starting soon. It shows you what is just about to kick off. You could also just look at matches that are later today or tomorrow. There's nothing further after that. But anyway, starting soon, we've got this one from the Champions League. And to work out our correct score trading formula, it is as simple as clicking this button. You just click the prompt and the AI does the rest of the work. So it's going to instantly look at the recent final scores for the home team, recent final scores for the away team, the goal timings. As you can see, it's going to work out a plan A and a plan B, give you ideas of the early goal risk, the late goal potential, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, basically, once it's done, you've got your target score formula and you're ready to trade. And so it's telling us, look, 1-2, 2-0, 1-1, 1-3, 2-2, all in favor of Atletico Madrid. This is the optimal target score formula. So as you can see, very, very quick. It came up with that very, very quick. If you were trying to research this as a human, it might take you a little bit longer than that. So you can see how powerful it is. Anyway, we're going to dive into trading some real matches using the AI. Let's get into it right now. So we're going to trade this Champions League match with Inter Milan against Arsenal. Very, very even market, as you can see here. But we're going to be trading the correct score market. So we're going to use AI to tell us which team to favour, which target scores to back. So we head over to the Football Trading Genie and we click on the correct score trading prompt, as you can see here. And it's going to tell us to favour Arsenal, according to this. And to be covering 1-0, 1-1, 1-2, 2-0, and 3-1 in favour of Arsenal. So the plan A is to focus on the Arsenal win, with a plan B being the 1-1, or also the 0-1 to Arsenal, bit of a plan B. So anyway, look, let's get set up and we will be trading this one in play. So here we are, all set up. So it's going in favour of the Arsenal win, with the 1-1 being a plan B. So as I said, it's going to be interesting. Let's trade it in play. We'll give you more updates as things develop. So we've reached half time and it's Inter Milan 1, Arsenal 2, a high scoring first half. So that's interesting, a little bit unexpected. So anyway, we are on the 2-1 to Arsenal. We've also got 3-1 covered. So we're down to just two scores that are left alive in this one. Yep. And obviously, we don't have anything on that 2-2 to Inter Milan. So anyway, we entered with £100 risk in this market. We've got to anticipate there's going to be at least one more goal in this. So I'm going to move that £100 risk onto the 2-1 to Arsenal. Now, what that's going to do for us is it will put more green on the 3-1 to Arsenal. So that's now our sole target score. But if Inter Milan score, then we will be looking at a loss. However, it's not the biggest loss. We're not going to be losing our full stake. We'll only lose £43 on this one. So we're looking at these three scenarios right now. It stays 2-1, we lose 100. Goes to 2-0 or any other, 2-2 or any other score in favour of Inter Milan, then we lose 43. But if we can hit the 3-1 to Arsenal, we do have £537 worth of green sitting on that score. We could also just exit, just take the profit, which often could be a good idea after multiple goals in the first half. But that wasn't what you wanted to see when you clicked on this clip. So let's keep it going. Let's see what happens in the second half. Inter Milan 1, Arsenal 2. 85 minutes on the clock. It's Inter Milan 1, Arsenal 3. Just what we were looking for. So let's lay off immediately. Immediately lay off. At this stage of the match, you need to be pretty fast. Lay it off. Get in there. And yeah, there's going to be other people trying to do the same also. The market's going to be bouncing around. So we can lock in 3-6-2. We want to try and put ourselves in a position where another goal would leverage us up and improve our profit. So let's do that. But I do think this match is done, to be honest. It's been a pretty comfortable win. But anyway, we will do this. I'm going to put myself in a position where, look, if we can If it remains 3-1 to Arsenal, we will collect £323 of profit. If we get any other goal, we will end up making £500 plus. So that's a nice position to be in, okay? With, 5 minutes left, plus the time added on. We're in a position where we're going to make a profit. It's just a matter of how much. Inter Milan 1, Arsenal 3. The full-time whistle has blown in this one, and the final score is Inter Milan 1, Arsenal 3. And obviously we landed on that 3-1 in just the right timing, despite all the early goals in this one. So anyway, very, very nice call from the Football Trading Genie. I don't think I would have gone for an Arsenal win as big as this away to Inter Milan. I thought Arsenal would win it, but maybe a 1-0 or a 2-0, probably from a set piece or something like that. But anyway, here we are. Inter Milan 1, Arsenal 3. The profit is landed, and just to confirm it, it's going to be this one as the profit. 3-2-5 landed. You saw how the trade played out. You saw the move at half-time where we went for that final target score, and we got some good timing with that 4th goal of the match. We're out on this one with a very nice profit. We're going to be using AI to trade this Champions League match with Villarreal against Ajax, and we're going to trade the correct score market also. You can see Villarreal, very strong, short price favourite for this one. But anyway, we're going to head over to the Football Trading Genie. We're going to click on the correct score trading prompt, and we're going to see what the correct score Genie is going to come up with. And it's looking interesting already from the looks of it, and it's not a mistake. It's going in favour of the underdog. So Ajax, pretty big underdog here. And you don't see this often, but it's going in favour with the target score formula of Ajax. So 1-2, 2-0, 3-1, and also covering the 1-1 and the 2-2 as a plan B. So clearly expecting a bit of a shock on the cards. Let's get set up. So we're all set up here, as you can see, on the 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, some pretty big green if it does come off. Some pretty big green to play with. But anyway, look, we are going in favour of the underdog. It's not something you have to follow if you don't like going in favour of the underdog. But it's going to be interesting for this clip. Let's see how it plays out. It's Villarreal against Ajax from the Champions League. So we've reached half-time here, and it's Villarreal 0, Ajax 0. So no goals so far. If there's going to be a surprise, then it's taking a little bit of time to get there. But anyway, we're obviously on a 0-0, which is a red score. Now the 0-0 is 8.8 to lay off. So we're not going to take any action just yet. We're going to see how the second half goes. Look for some goals, and then we will reassess. Or if it does stay 0-0 until a little bit later on, we'll probably go against it with further liability. But as it stands, we're not going to take any action. The prices are too high to lay off. But it is Villarreal 0, Ajax 0. So we're at 55 minutes, and we've had the opening goal in this one, and it's gone to Villarreal. So obviously not the way that we wanted that first goal to go. But there's no need to panic, because we were kind of expecting this as an inevitability, Villarreal being the favourite. So no need to panic. This is still potentially going to plan, but we will go aggressive against this 1-0, okay? So we're going to do that. This way, if Villarreal do make it 2-0, at least we're getting our loss down a little bit. If we can get onto that 1-1, we are back in business on this trade. So anyway, we're going to do that. It's going to lower down the liability on the red scores, but put more green on the green scores. And we'll see what happens. It's 55 minutes, Villarreal 1, Ajax 0. 61 minutes on the clock, and we've got the goal that we were looking for. It's Villarreal 1, Ajax 1. So we're on that 1-1 scoreline. What I will immediately do is we're going to lay off a bit more of our risk on this, okay? So we're going to I'm going to lay off £25 of this. It will leave green on the 1-1, and it will just get down the risk on the rest of this trade down to £50. So we're basically risking £50 if Villarreal do take the lead. If it remains 1-1, we've got 140 worth of green. And this is just as it stands, by the way. And then obviously we've got the bigger green on the 1-2 to Ajax and the 1-3 to Ajax. So bit of a potential shock with the Villarreal 1, Ajax 1 at 62 minutes, but not really a shock to us. We did potentially see it coming. Anyway, let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get onto a green score. And yeah, we've got plenty of time to get it. It's Villarreal 1, Ajax 1. 90 minutes on the clock. Villarreal 1, Ajax 2. It looks like the shock is about to potentially come off here. So I'm going to start to lay this off. We still got a fairly high price to lay it off, considering we're entering time added on this. And so obviously 550 worth of green. A lot of people might think, oh, it's going to be a nice £500 of profit. Not going to quite work out like that, but I am going to start to lay off this 2-1. Obviously, look, if Ajax hit 3-1, that's even nicer for us, isn't it? But we want to have a bit more on the 2-2 potentially, which we now do. So we've got 417 on the 2-1 to Ajax, which is good. We've got 2-2, which is 530. That's a higher profit on the 2-2, and then obviously we hit the jackpot if Ajax can score again. So yeah, what I will do is we will lay off just a little bit more of this and just anticipate that, look, there's going to be a big push from Villarreal to equalise, isn't it? So we will lay it off, and that will put us in a position on the 3-1 where we're going to make 300 odd pounds, but we've got much bigger profits now on the 2-2 also. It's in there as a lay order, as you can see. I wonder if we're going to get it taken while we're in this clip. Little bit's taken. Okay, I think almost all of it's taken. So now you've got a good idea of what we're looking for. Okay, so we will leverage up if we get another goal in this one. We're going to make a profit. It's just a matter of how much. And that was the final score. The final whistle's just gone in this one. It's going to be Villarreal 1, Ajax 2. It's an outstanding call from the Football Trading Genie to go in favour of the underdog. I never in a million years would have gone for this in favour of Ajax. And if Ajax scored again, that would have been a very, very nice amount of green. So anyway, you saw how this trade played out. I mean, 0-0 at half-time. When Villarreal took the lead, you thought, oh, okay, well, here we go. Villarreal, comfortable win. But we still had that 1-1. We leveraged the 1-1. And in the end, we ended up with 377 worth of green on this one. So very nice call from the Football Trading Genie, from the AI. We definitely wouldn't have called it otherwise. Villarreal 1, Ajax 2, the final score. So I hope you're enjoying checking this out, and the next example I'm going to show you is even more crazy than the last one. But if you didn't do it earlier, remember to hit the like button. That's if you do enjoy videos just like this. It's going to help YouTube send you more videos just like this in the future on your algorithm. And just to be clear, the Football Trading Genie, it's not just for the correct score market. It can actually find strategies for every market and every match. This is your own AI-powered football trading assistant, a great bit of kit, absolutely priceless as a time saver. Now, if you want to see more about it or get a demo, there are links in the description of this video to click, or if it's easier, scan the QR code on the screen, and obviously this will give you the chance to get a hold of this for yourself. So anyway, click the link that's in the description, or if it's easier, just scan the QR code and you can get going that way. Anyway, we're going to dive in more real life trading demonstrations, trading the correct score market using the AI from the Football Trading Genie. So we're going to trade Sheffield United against Mansfield. It's the FA Cup. We're going to trade the correct score market. So we've been on the Football Trading Genie to give us the target score formula for this match, the ideal one. And no surprise, it's going to go in favour of the favourite Sheffield United. Covering 2-0, 2-1, 3-1 in favour of Sheffield United, and then the 1-1 and even a 1-2 to Mansfield, which is an interesting little bit of a wild card correct score to throw in there. So anyway, no, not that market, correct score market. Let's take a look at this. So yeah, here we are, 1-1, 1-2. We've gone for a split stake approach. I mean, if it does end up on a Mansfield 2-1, it could be a very, very nice position to be in. Anyway, let's see what happens. It's just about to kick off. Sheffield United against Mansfield. We've reached half time in this one. It's Sheffield United 1, Mansfield 2. So now I probably understand why the Football Trading Genie told us to cover the 2-1 score in favour of Mansfield, because we're on that 2-1 score and there's a few things going on that obviously we need to explain. So look, we are now in a situation, look, Sheffield United are losing. They're losing 2-1 to Mansfield, staring at a red screen. And there might be some of you looking at that thinking, well, how can it be a red screen? We've got £400 of green on the 2-1. Well, it's the price that's available. It's a 6.6 price to lay. It's not low enough for us to be able to green any of this out. So while the Genie was good in predicting the 2-1 to Mansfield,
the 2-1 to Mansfield has just arrived a little bit too early in the match for us. It's not anyone's fault. That's just how football matches can play out. But also do keep in mind the main idea behind having the 2-1 to Mansfield was it was a plan B. Our plan A was expecting a comfortable win in favour of Sheffield United. That's clearly not going to happen right now, is it? If they're losing 2-1 at half time to Mansfield. So with correct score trading, you always want to be giving yourself that plan B just in case it does go absolutely pear-shaped, which it has, and we can exit without losing our full stake, which we will do right now. So we're just going to exit and take the loss, the £28 loss, and we will move on. The main idea behind correct score trading is that when you get these sorts of matches, the matches which are just not ideal for our target score formula, we exit, we try and minimize that loss as much as possible, and then obviously in our next trade we can win it back and much more if everything goes to plan. So anyway, we're out early on this one, but it's quite interesting that the Genie did tell us to cover the 2-1 to Mansfield. Quite prophetic, but anyway, in the end it saved us a little bit because well, if we didn't have that 2-1 covered, then yeah, we would have lost our full stake. So anyway, we've managed to minimize the loss, which when you're a trader feels as good as a win. We're out on this one. Sheffield United 1, Mansfield 2. Going to be trading this match from German Bundesliga 2. It's Munster against Karlsruhe. Munster, as you can see, a favourite here. We're going to trade the correct score market. So obviously lots of scores to cover, and we're going to head to the Football Trading Genie and get the AI to break it down and tell us the target score formula for this one. Okay, so anyway, what's interesting about this one is it does look like the Football Trading Genie is going against the market here and suggesting a close, narrow game with the away side edging it. So actually, the target score formula is 0-1, 1-1, 1-2, 0-2, and 2-3. So that's quite an interesting one. Okay, typically we often will say, look, go in favour of the favourite, probability, etc. is going to be on your side, but the AI has a different idea here. So anyway, let's get set up. And so I'm all set up now, and I've gone for a split staking approach on these scores. So obviously we're covering the underdog. You've got some very nice prices on this. So if it does come off, then we could be trading and making some nice profits. I mean, the 2-3 score, not typically something I would be picking out before the match. But anyway, let's give it a go. Okay, we can always trade in play and react to the events, and as you might have seen from some of our other clips, even if we don't get the target scores, it's still possible to make a profit. Okay, so remember, we are trading. This isn't just a straight bet. Let's give you more updates as this one develops. It's going to be an interesting trade, I think. So half time in this one, it's 0-0 at half time, so no goals so far. Now we're obviously on this 0-0. Now we've got to look at our two next possible scores, which are the 1-0, which is red, the 0-1, which is green. So we've got a few options. We could just completely bail on this trade and just say, hey, do you know what, this isn't what we like the look of, let's skip it and move on. But I do believe we're in a good situation, and we just need to be probably aggressive against this 0-0. Once we get one goal in this match, we're in a strong position. So we're going to enter now and get our full liability in the market. Remember, we're only entering with half our stake, and ideally, if we can just trade with just half our stake, that's then that means the trade has gone very, very well. But from time to time, when we want to be aggressive, we're going to get our full stake into the market, which is what we're going to do. Now, I'm also going to get it in at odds of 4 rather than 5.5. Just going to wait for those odds to tick down a little bit lower risk, and then that will be taken at odds of 4. And then after that, it will just mean any goal is going to lower our liability on this one, also increase the green on our green scores. So our most ideal scenario is still the away team taking the lead. So let's see what happens. Anyway, lots of football still to be played. We'll give you more updates in the second half. 80 minutes on the clock. We've had a red card. Then immediately after the red card, we've got the goal, the breakthrough to Karlsruhe. And this is obviously the away team that we did favour. So, I mean, it's happened, hasn't it? So, anyway, first things first is we will lay off all the risk that we do have in the market, just to make sure, even though we're pretty strong. We're pretty strong on this because we've got 1-1 covered. We've also got 0-2 covered also. So we've got 2-4-4 of green on the 0-1. We've got 1-6-8 of green on the 1-1. So we always want to put ourselves in a position where that next goal or that next score up is going to have more green than your current one. So we're gonna do this. So we're going to lay off the 0-1, and that gives us 174 of green on the 0-1. We've now got 268 of green on the 0-1. We've also got £700 of green on the 0-2. If Karlsruhe can make it 2-0, that would be very, very nice. So we're going to do that, and do you know what, I'm going to add a little bit more onto this so that we can just have that little bit more on the 1-1. Even though there is the red card, and you would think that they're going to ride this out, but still want to have a little bit more green on that 1-1. And just to be clear, there's no set rules of this. This is based on just your thoughts and feelings on the game in this particular moment. There's no particular mathematics to how much green you should leave on each score. But as said, we do want to stick to the principle, have more green available if it does go to 1-1. But really, we're aiming for that 0-2. Let's see what happens. 82 minutes on the clock. I wonder if we're going to get another goal in this one. 87 minutes on the clock. The second goal has arrived, and we're on the 2-0 scoreline, the scoreline that we were aiming for. So we're going to start to try and lay this off, if possible. The market's always going to be bouncing round and doing all sorts in these late stages. So you can't typically wait for the cash out. Okay, you can't typically wait for that. And let's just put the lay order in the market, and hopefully it'll be taken. So anyway, yeah, there's going to be prices bouncing around in these late stages, and yeah, you just got to be a little bit patient. So anyway, we put in the lay order. You can see the cash out's offering us close to 500. Anyway, look, we've got it all out of the market now, and we're actually now in a position, as said, look, if we can get the next goal to go to 3-0 or 3-1, that would improve our green even more. Okay, and so just to be clear also, I mean, a lot of people who are beginners to this, you saw £700 worth of green that was on the 0-2. Remember, when you're trading, we're not going to be able to take 100% of that. We have to trade it out, and we've locked in 480 of it. So it's still very nice and not bad considering our initial risk. So yeah, we've got a couple more minutes. We've got the time added on, so you never know. There could be another goal in this one. So what we will do, I'll put in a lay order, and I'll put it in at 1.3. We'll put another 100 on it. Just in case. I mean, this match has gone absolutely mad with a red card and the late goals, so it's probably worth just putting that in. That'll get taken, and it will mean that if it remains 2-0, our profit's going to be the 450. But if we do get another goal, we will leverage up nicely. So anyway, let's see what happens. It's 0-2, couple more minutes left. So we're in the final few seconds of this one, and it looks like it's just going to finish on the 2-0 to Karlsruhe. Obviously, just to show you, we're going to collect the 450. We were positioned to leverage up to make 760 if there was another goal in this one, or well, potentially a lot more if it went to 2-1. If Munster could have pulled one back, that would have been very, very nice. Anyway, very interesting trade. Now, if you go back to the start of this video, remember, the Football Trading Genie told us to go with our target score formula in favour of the underdog. Would I have chosen these target scores if I was trading this myself? Probably not. Okay, so definitely a hats off to the AI moment for calling this one. Told us to cover these scores. You could argue maybe got a little bit lucky with the red card, but I don't know. I mean, in the end, maybe it wasn't luck at all. Anyway, we're out of this one with a 450 profit. It's Munster 0, Karlsruhe 2.
And so it's important to be clear that AI alone is not a magic bullet. You're still going to need to trade and play. You're still going to need to make good value-based decisions during the in-play action. AI is not going to cheat and help you with that. AI also cannot predict the future. And I think that a big mistake people make with AI, not just in football trading, but just in the world today, is they become too reliant on the AI, and they think that the AI itself is the magic bullet. You still have to apply your human touch to it. But anyway, if you like what you're seeing so far and you want to learn more about the Football Trading Genie, as said, it's not just for the correct score market. It can find strategies for every market, every single match. It's your own AI-powered football trading assistant, and it's a great bit of kit, as you can see from the demonstrations we showed you today. So anyway, so look, if you want to see more about it or get a demonstration, there are links in the description of this video to click and check it out. You can also scan this QR code that's on the screen, and that will get you the information that you need. And you could be trading with the Genie today, depending on availability. So anyway, that is that for this video. But if you have enjoyed what you've been seeing in this video, then there should now be another video on the screen for you to check out. I strongly recommend you click on that video. Click on it now. Go grab another nice cold one, and I'll see you in the next video.